Hi guys, good afternoon, 12:18, 20th of August. The follow through from last night has just stalled in recent trade. The dollar did strengthen a touch across the currency pairs. You can see we broke down last night through some key levels, it has to be said, and one of those being the 118.72. It was almost like no news was hawkish news yesterday, and we now have to wait to September to see if we are going to get anything more to come on that front. This is the key point. You can see here good support, resistance led to the move that we saw at the beginning of the week, and it's now acted as support turn resistance today. So yeah, keep a watch on that. The bulls want it above, but they've also got another couple stumbling blocks above that as well, around the 119.20 handle. So 118.72, 119.20, two key levels to keep a watch on. To the downside, if we are to move lower, worth keeping a watch on this area just below today's S1 support 1 level. You've got the low of the 14th and the low of the 12th there as well, that I would be saying is worth keeping a watch on. Big sort of zone of support, which I think will attract buyers. The pound on the weekly, you can see, did actually get back below again. It's had a bit of a recovery from this morning. We actually pushed, you can see, quite considerably lower, but that has been pushing higher in the last couple hours or so. The key level here above where we're trading, it's more of a sort of a line in the sand. It's literally where we're trading now. This has really been my point for the week. You can see back on the 7th it was sort of a support resistance, then we hit it again on the 11th, then again on the 14th, led to the breakthrough in early hours on the 18th, and we're now hitting that again. Yes, the pivot is key. Yes, there's some other key resistance levels just a bit above where we're trading, but this is where the bulls will want to defend, and the bears of this market will want to take control. If we are to see some dollar strength, this seems an appropriate place where it could start to see a bit of an unwind. Big support just a bit below on that 130.12 handle. The weekly close is going to be massive. Do we finish above that trend line for the first time, or do we have 1, 2, 3, the fourth rejection of that in a row? We'll have to wait and see, of course, for that. The S&P did come lower, but it still is a dipper's market by the looks of it, and it's just come down to really the next support area that there would have been down at 33.48. It has some stumbling blocks, most notably literally now. So the dollar, and this is sort of the opening of the week, it's sort of struggling on there. Key level, of course, but that, you know, the euro and the pound are all on some similar points where if there's going to be a reversal of this dollar weakness that we've seen, that's obviously helped equities recover a tiny bit this morning. This is going to be where it comes from, above there, and you'd imagine it's a slower sort of grind back towards 33.81. Obviously almost got to all-time highs yesterday, but not quite. Worth keeping a watch on that. Obviously if we break the low of the day, I'd say you probably can get a faster money move down towards 33.29, albeit there is a tiny bit of support at 33.42 as well that I'd be keeping a watch on. Quick look over at gold, which is actually just bouncing off the lows, unsure where to go here, but that is a key support point, and that has been reacting pretty nicely as well, really, since it hit that support point that broke last week. That turned to resistance, and it's just been gradually grinding lower. So keep a watch on that low. It could be that the potential trade here is still waiting for the break of 1931 for the short, or getting along above 1961 as well. TNotes struggling on this resistance point. If we're to see some dollar strength across the markets, you know, this is that turning point as well that you can see. This may be the cue. If this breaks ahead, and obviously volume starting to come back into the market, it might just ease the pain of any sort of bulls on the euro and pound side, and see that push higher, which evidently will help gold and the S&P push on as well.